maybe someone can explain to me how Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is the best Xbox exclusive in years. According to the IGN Unlocked, of course, Ryan McCaffrey, I know he's an Xbox fan, and that's okay. Nothing against him being an Xbox fan. I'm a PlayStation fan. I know he also has a PlayStation. You can see it clearly over there. He's a gamer. He enjoys games just like I do. But his preference, let's be honest, has always been Xbox. That's because he used to work for the official Xbox magazine. Has a great relationship with the Xbox and Team Xbox, and of course, the great Phil Spencer. So I don't hold that against him. I get it. But what I don't understand is, how could you say that this is the best Xbox exclusive in years? To be politically correct, you could say this is the best timed exclusive that Xbox had in years. But to say that this is the best Xbox exclusive in years, I mean, come on. You know that this will be available on the PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5 Pro will take the full advantage of the hardware and, PSSR, PlayStation Scaling Resolution Technology powered by AI. You know that this will run on PlayStation 5 Pro. Yeah, in April. In April 2025. So, you could say that this is like the best timed Xbox exclusive. But to say that this is the best Xbox exclusive, you can't say that because it's available in April for PlayStation 5 Pro as well. So we'll be able to play it on the PlayStation 5 Pro in April. Again, I know this is Xbox IGN Unlocked, and it's all about the Xbox here, and I all, those three gentlemen here, they're all Xbox fans. I get it. Their paychecks are written and sponsored by Microsoft and Xbox, and of course, they have to say always good things about. Here's the thing that always kind of troubles me with this IGN Unlocked. And again, I'm not holding anything against Ryan McCaffrey, but what bothers me is they can never have any kind of negative point of view. Even with a Stalker 2, they couldn't point out any negatives, right? Even the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, they couldn't point out any negatives. Like everything's perfect. Like every game that's on Xbox, it's a perfection, and therefore we can't put any negatives. It sounds very one-sided to me through fanboyistic point of view. And it's really kind of difficult for me to watch this podcast because it's all just, let's just throw some fanboy Xbox snowballs, right? Let's put the green X on it and just keep throwing those snowballs of Xbox fanboyism. Let's just enjoy this, little campfire over here. Let's just have this podcast and talk about how amazing Indiana Jones is. How about let's talk about why is it in a first person mode? Like, why is this a great decision? Why not talk about that? Why not criticize Machine Games and the Bethesda that they chose to go with a first person view? Why not just give people an option for a third person view? Why are we stuck and forced to only play this game in a first person view? I want to see my Indiana Jones character. I want to see him in a third person view. I want to look around him. I want to change my costumes. I I want to play this game in a third-person mode. And if I want to, I should be able to switch in the first-person mode if I need to look at something, examine something. Not having that option, to me, this game already it's limited. It's giving a limited, narrow experience. And I haven't even played it, but I can tell you simply just by not having that ability to switch between a first person and a third person mode, already to me, it's a very limited, narrow experience. So, I don't know, man. Look, pretty soon I'll be playing this anyway, but I just find this video very fanboyistic, almost like they're sitting in a hot tub. You know, these three gentlemen might as well put them in a hot tub, give them drinks, like, here's the drinks, you know, cheers. Is there anything else? Would you guys like some additional, goodies? Would you like a box of chocolates? Maybe a cheesecake or anything else? While you're sitting in a hot tub and fantasizing about the Xbox and Indiana Jones, the Great Circle. Is there anything else? So for me, it's hard to watch this podcast because it's very one-sided. It's all about how great Indiana Jones is. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely no critiques here. Everything's super great. The arrogance can only go so many ways, right? Arrogance is something that you're never going to grow as an artist. You're never going to grow as a person if you're constantly being arrogant and you think that everything that you do, everything that you build, it's always great. It's the greatest thing ever. And that's how I feel about watching this podcast. But let's kind of go through it. Let's just kind of listen to what they're saying really quick, and then I'll kind of give you my input on it.
Ways is like really, really fun. Yeah. I very much appreciate the leveling system that it's like, hey, we are encouraging you not to fight, to kind of stay on theme here, to the point where we're not even going to give you anything for fighting. You're going to get skills that like increase your climbing and sneaking and stuff and fighting. But that is not how you level, because that is not like what we're doing here. And I also want to mention, like, there's a little bit of Metroid Prime in there with the switching to third person, because it's like,
yeah,
when you're playing Metroid Prime, right, if you go into Samus's ball form, the camera kind of moves out and it becomes this like third person thing. That happens all the time in this game. And I remember when I first saw it, I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but it makes sense. But then it's like, I saw him, like, it's even to the point where it's like, if you see a place to swing, you jump, you do the button to do your whip, and you swing it, the camera pulls out, you do the swing in third person, and then by the time you land, the camera is back in it. It never feels weird. I don't know about.
It is weird. Why not give us, the players, a choice to choose? Let me be the director of my gameplay. I want to be the one that chooses how I play. We can do this in Fallout. We can do this in Starfield. But for some reason, even in the Skyrim, you could do this. You can choose how you want to play. In the Grand Theft Auto, you can choose how to play. First person, third person. But here, no. It has to be the way developer, creative directors have intended it to be. To me, that's a limited experience. And even this guy, he can't even criticize that. First he says it's kind of weird. He using a resemblance to, reference to Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime, it works, because that's the whole substance of Metroid Prime, okay? But he says, at first it felt kind of weird that it jumps out to that third person automatically, and then when you land, it goes back to the first person. Or when you use the whip, right? It goes into the third person, and when you finally land and no more whip, it goes back into a first person. But why was this implemented in the first place? Who thought that this was a great idea? But even this guy, he cannot criticize that because, God forbid, anyone on Xbox sponsored IGN Unlocked, it's criticizing anything regarding Xbox, or it's criticizing anything regarding Indiana Jones. God forbid. God forbid. They won't be getting their IGN paycheck this week, huh? So spare me. Spare me. But see, that's my whole point, man. It's we as the gamers, we have to let developers know how we feel about what you are making. I mean, haven't anyone learned a lesson from Concord? I think Concord, if there's one thing that everyone should learn, that all the developers should learn from 2024, the one lesson, it's Concord. And it seems like no one seems to learn anything from Concord. Not to mention Sony lost $400 million, man. That's a lot of money. $400 million. So, developers need to understand you are making video games for us, the gamers. And we will judge you based on what you made. We will criticize you based on what you made. I don't know why this is so difficult for developers to understand. If you want to be successful, give us, the gamers, what we want. And you will have all the success in the world. But every time you're trying to, justify, oh, this is our creative vision, this is our creative implementation of how we see this version of Indiana Jones, right? And we stick by that. There was also a reference to a thief. Now, if this game feels like playing Thief, then we're not playing Indiana Jones. Then we're playing totally different game. My whole point is this. Why was this necessary? Why is this being forced? Why couldn't we have the option to choose between a first person and a third person? Let me choose how I want to play. If you gentlemen want to play it in the first person, God bless you. Go ahead, play it in the first person. But for those of us who don't want to play it in the first person, we should have been given that choice. That's my whole thing. We should have been given that choice. And the fact that choice is not here, to me, it's a limited, narrow experience. But anyway, let's listen to some more.
But you, Ryan, but like I don't even notice it anymore. Like it just goes to third person and then comes back out, and I think it just feels completely weird. So if that's something you're worried about, I think you're fine. I like it quite a bit.
It's
Do you really feel like Indiana Jones when you're playing?
Yeah,
That's all I got. I just got
you
my
do.
dumb jokes.
You do.
Oh, Destin, we love you, buddy.
I'm
Just
still
like
here.
I feel like Spider-Man when I'm playing Spider-Man.
But yeah, for the people that were worried about the first person thing, like when you think, oh, Indiana Jones, that should be a third person game. I think, again, our reviewer Luke said it best. It's when you play this game, it's just, if it had been third person, that would have also influenced the gameplay a lot more, I think, away from what this game actually is. And I'm not saying that would have been a bad game, and Luke didn't say that either in his review, but it just would have been something totally different and probably closer to an Uncharted.
No. Sorry, Ryan. No. Please, Ryan. I know you're smarter than this. I know you're intelligent. And I know you can't criticize this game and the decisions that Machina Games have made, because that's where you make your bread and butter. That's where you can buy the Christmas gifts. That's where you get your money. I get it. I understand. You got to survive. You got to live. I'm not here to judge you, okay? But what you just said it's completely false. Giving people a choice, that's what you are missing, Ryan McCaffrey. Like I just said earlier, it wouldn't have changed this game into a Uncharted, but it would have given people the choice. Why? What's wrong with this? Maybe I want to play the game in a third-person mode first time around, and then on the second time around, I want to play it in a first-person mode. But why not give people that choice? Why is this so like difficult to understand for Ryan McCaffrey? Like, giving people a choice, it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. It only gives the game a value, a more replay value. And it makes the game even more better. People will praise it even more, right? But since you don't have that option, I don't know, maybe in the future they will add it. I don't know. Maybe PS5 Pro version will have that. We'll see what happens in April. I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know. But looking at it now, to me, it is a problem. It is a problem. Because it's a very narrow experience. I talked about it on the Tomb Raider. I uploaded Tomb Raider video. I talked about it. And I clearly, specifically said on the Tomb Raider video, this is what makes these adventure games so unique. Is having that option. What made the Grand Theft Auto so unique? It's having that option to play in a first person and a third person. Skyrim, first person, third person. Fallout, first person, third person. Let the gamer choose. Remember, this is not a movie. We're not watching a movie. Yes, I know it's based on a movie, game, license, meaning movie license implemented into a game, but this is interactive. Ryan, listen to me, buddy. Ryan McCaffrey. This is a interactive experience. We're not watching a movie. Movie, I can press play and pause. It's already been filmed. This is a interactive. I want interaction. That's the whole idea of video games. All right. Why do we play video games in the first place, Ryan? To interact. It's interaction. To interact with the environment. To choose how you want to interact. I want to choose how I want to feel as Indiana Jones. I want to make my own Indiana Jones video game experience. I don't want to be limited just to, the only time I see a third-person mode is when there's a cutscene or when I'm whipping that, whatever, the whip thing, and then go from one place to another. No. I disagree, Ryan. And I know you can't criticize because, obviously, that's where you get your paycheck. I know you work for IGN, but sponsored by Xbox, sure. Get a little extra. I get it. A little extra Christmas bonus. I get it. All I'm saying is this. What he just said is not true. It would not change the experience. It would only give people more freedom to choose how they want to play. It would only make this game even better. It would only give this game even more value. That's the point that Ryan is missing. But anyway, let's continue.
Or a Tomb Raider. And again, that may very well have been awesome, but what we got, the game we got from Machine Games here, just feels really unique to me. And I love it for that. And I do think that it's actually better served for what it's doing in first person. And I agree that the pull out camera bits to third person when you're platforming or what have you, it's like it works. It totally works, and it reminds you, oh yeah, I'm Indiana Jones. I also love, Mark, there have already been a number of times where I've encountered this, and it's clearly intentional on Machine Games' part, where to remind you that you're Indiana Jones, you'll see your shadow sometimes with the lighting, and you see the fedora on, like, oh yeah, I'm Indiana Jones, and that's super cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it is.
well, and he'll say quips and stuff as you're fighting.
Really, Ryan? I can also see my shadow in a third person. Why am I forced to only see my shadow in a first person? Now, Ryan, if this was a virtual reality experience, of course, of course, no one would complain. No one would say, oh, hey, gee whiz, oh my God, Ryan, gee whiz, why is this in a first person view? It's a virtual reality. If it was a virtual reality experience, no one would complain. This is how you make virtual reality happen. But we are not in a virtual reality. Why are we being forced? I don't want to look at my shadow when I'm walking around in a first person. No. We're not playing Doom. We're not playing Thief. We're not playing a first person stalker game. This is Indiana Jones. It's not necessary. All I'm saying is this, and I know I'll take a lot of crap from a lot of Xbox fanboys, but so be it. I don't care. All I'm saying is this. Why was this necessary? Who in Machina Games and Bethesda said, oh, guys, just so you know, I think forcing the gamers and Indiana Jones fans to play in a first person only, it's a great idea. Who thought that? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure this game has a great story, great acting, great voice, and it will do great. It will be a great Christmas holiday season game. People will have fun with it. But I guarantee you there will be a lot of criticism as to why is it that this was implemented in the first place, that we have to be forced to use the first person. Why we weren't given a choice. Give us a choice. Let us choose. I mean, am I the only one on this planet that thinks like this, that feels this way? What's wrong with this? I can't see anything wrong with this by giving people a choice. No, please, all you Xbox fans out there, please tell me, how is this wrong? How am I wrong by giving the gamers the choice? Choose how you want to play. Choose how you want to experience this Indiana Jones. No, but instead, we're going to force you to play in a first-person mode, and then when you need to jump and climb, then we're going to kind of back up a little bit to a third person. For a brief moment, the camera is going to pan out, zoom out, and you'll see Indiana Jones, climbing and jumping out. And then the cutscene, you'll see him. I want to be able to see him at all times. I want to see his cuts, bruises. I want to see his jacket being dirty. I want to see, scratches on his jacket, dirt, mud on his jacket. I want to see him. Anyway, I digress.
Like, you'll take out a guy and he'll say something and all that good stuff. Yeah, I think it's that same argument you got with Cyberpunk and you get with anything, right? Where it's like people who like third person don't want it in first person. If the game was third person, there might be people that are like, I wish this was first person. It's like they kind of just got to make a choice. I think it totally works. It makes the game feel really big, because then you're just kind of in the Vatican Square. I know we're talking a lot about the Vatican. I promise that there is a lot more, but this is just this. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like you kind of look and the walls are super high, and you can kind of like see where you can kind of like climb and stuff like that. And it
grounds you in these cool Indiana Jones places, right?
Yeah, it gives you that sense of scale to feel like you're in like a bigger world, where it's like, Uncharted, and I love Uncharted, but it's like Uncharted is very like you see where the handholds are anytime you need them, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like with Indiana Jones, the whole point of the game is for those things to be kind of hidden. Yes, they do the like yellow paint in this game; it's white chalk, but the whole point is for you to kind of be like, I don't want to go this way because I'm going to get busted. So let me look around and let me see. And I feel like that's just done better in first person. And that's just my own personal opinion.
Oh, come on, dude. Did you just make a statement that this game is better than the Uncharted and Tomb Raider? Did you just make that statement? I think with my own ears I just heard. This is ridiculous, man. This guy's trying to say, he's justifying and he's validating that, oh, this is a great decision. Really? Do you know about the field of view and why field of view is so important? So I can see where I need to climb. When I'm in a very narrow field of view, then I have to look around. I have to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes trying to figure out, oh, climb up there, climb up here, grab there. No, dude. I don't want to be forced. This is what I'm talking about. You are being forced in a very narrow experience. And I think this is where the criticism will come in. And I don't expect the Xbox fanboys to criticize. Of course, they will not. But I think other gamers will criticize this. They'll say, well, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure even Angry Joe will say, I like Indiana Jones, but hey, man, why am I being forced to be in a first-person mode, man? Why can't I be in a third-person mode? I'm sorry, but their argument's no argument. Like, they're trying to justify their argument. What is your argument? That, yeah, man, we're gonna force you to like this. We're going to force you to like this. No. Developers should have known better. This is not how you make Indiana Jones. Like I said, give choice. And I think this is the one of the problems that I think a lot of people will talk about this game. Why was there never given a choice? One of the questions I would ask Todd Howard, because he's the executive producer, and he has a lot to say in this, of course. I would ask Todd Howard, why was this never given any thought to give a player a choice? You know how beloved Indiana Jones is. You know how beloved LucasArts video games are from 1990s, okay? And why is it that now in 2024, we're not given the perspective of a third person? Why isn't that choice given? And who thought that this was a great idea to force the players just to play a certain way, not to have the option to play in a third person mode? I would like to ask this question. Who thought this was a great idea? I'm sorry, but I disagree. I mean, like I said, I watched this, and it's just, they're just like almost like sitting in a hot tub, and they're just like praising this game, how great it is, and you will like it. Everything's great, nothing to criticize. I really have no criticism about this game. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Look, I will experience it, and so will you on Sunday. But man, even though I'm pretty sure the game will have a great story here, I'm pretty sure the voice acting, it's excellent, because you all know who's doing the voice acting. So I'm pretty sure the story, the action, the acting, the graphics, all of that will look top-notch, would look great. But let's be honest. Everyone will talk about what I just talked about. Why was there never, ever given a choice to choose? between a third person and a first person. It would have only added to more value. It would have only added to more better experience for the player. And I talked about this since day one. Ever since they announced Indiana Jones, I said, hey, why is there no third person mode here? Like, hello. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this video. I already spent 30 minutes. Look, you can watch this podcast and look, I'll give you a spoilers warning right now. The spoilers warning is they're just sitting in a hot tub, three of them, and just they're talking about how great Indiana Jones is, and you should love the first person mode, and you should love everything about it. You know, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And not to mention, you know, them saying that this is the best Xbox exclusive, timed exclusive. Now, if we're going to be politically correct, let's get it right, guys. Let's, accurate, authentic. Can we be accurate and authentic? Did you ever hear me say Silent Hill 2 PlayStation 5 exclusive? No. What did I say? I said Silent Hill 2 timed PlayStation 5 exclusive. Timed. Because it will come to the Xbox next year. And on, Xbox Cloud. Part of the, the whole streaming thing, where you can play it on the Game Pass. At least I hope so. It will be on the cloud. I don't know, maybe not, but I think it will be on the cloud. But the bottom line is, it's coming to Xbox next year. Okay, so it's a timed exclusive. Timed exclusive. So same thing here. This is a timed Xbox exclusive. So change the title and call it Indiana Jones is the best timed Xbox exclusive. Just like I said, same thing for the Silent Hill 2. It's a timed PlayStation 5 exclusive. And of course, it looks the best, plays the best on the PlayStation 5 Pro. So I would hope you would play it on the PS5 Pro. I didn't get a chance yet because I don't have a PS5 Pro. But in the future, I will. And Silent Hill 2, it's coming to Xbox. It's coming to the cloud, xCloud, I'm pretty sure. However, I think it will be the best played on the PS5 Pro. But the point being is that I'm trying to make here, you can't call Silent Hill 2 PS5 exclusive. Just like I don't call Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding PS5 exclusive, because it's a timed exclusive. So same thing here. It's a timed exclusive. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Look, my whole point is this. A missed opportunity. I'm sure the game will be great, but it's a missed opportunity that they didn't include the ability for you to choose how you want to play, third person or a first person. I think it's really strange and bizarre that developers feel that they shouldn't give you the freedom to choose. I think you should always have a freedom to choose how you want to experience this interactive. Remember, video gaming, it's interactive experience. I've been a gamer for 46 years. I'll be 46 pretty soon, all right? So as a 46-year-old old geezer that I am, old man that I am, I know a thing or two about video gaming. I've been gaming since Spectrum ZX, Sinclair, Commodore, Amiga A500, you name it. Atari, all of the above. Okay, so I think I know a thing or two about video gaming. And as an interactive medium, digital interactive medium that video gaming is, you should always be given a choice to choose how you want to play. Not to be forced to play only one linear, narrow way. Anyway, the video, as long as it is 34 minutes, 54 seconds, you guys let me know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Thank you. Thank you for watching.